Well, Cardinals fans, the rumors are true. Welcome to Arizona, Jeremiyah Love, joining a high-powered group of weapons with the Arizona Cardinals. You're watching Cardinals Today by Chat Sports, presented by Prize Picks. My name is Tyler Smith, filling in for our guy Joey Downey today to break down the third overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Before we tell you really everything they need to know about Jeremiyah Love, it's not too easy to break this guy down. Go watch the tape, but make sure you hit that subscribe button because more 2026 NFL Draft coverage is coming, and we're bringing you guys this content for free all offseason long. Everything that you need to know surrounding your Arizona Cardinals is going to be found right here at Cardinals Today. Hit that sub button right now. Let's break down Jeremiyah Love because this guy is an absolute explosive player, man. Out of Notre Dame, I mean, you guys watched him. He was in the college football playoff time and time again. Even the casual college football fans watch Jeremiyah Love and be like, okay, yep, this guy jumps off of the page in terms of him as a running back and both as a receiving threat. He's just an explosive play generator. Plus, he's 20 years old. Now, I have a couple of thoughts about this pick in terms of the context of the Arizona Cardinals, but you cannot deny what type of player he is. In our rankings, in terms of Tom Downey's rankings here at Chat Sports, he's the number one overall running back, of course, and the number two overall player in the NFL draft this cycle here. Here's a scouting report: a true three-down back with big-time speed and receiving ability. He has the wiggle to make guys miss, but can also run through contact for extra yardage. He's a tough guy out there, and I mean, look, the guy's got a lot of aura too. I'm not gonna lie; he's throwing up the hearts when he gets into the end zone. Like, he's a fun player to watch, but he's too urgent at times and can miss open lanes. I don't mind that with a guy that has, breakaway speed in Jeremiyah Love. You also factor in the fact that he's going to make a heck of a lot of money here, so they're putting a big focal point on the run game in Arizona now, picking a guy like Love here. You cannot deny the talent. He projects out like Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, if you're looking for a player pro comp, Jahmyr Gibbs is the guy here for Jeremiyah Love. So I think Cardinals fans can be pretty happy with the player that they got. We'll talk a little bit about the context of the organization in just a second. But grade the Love pick by the Cardinals. Before I tell you a little bit more of my opinion here, A, B, C, D, or F. Big play generator, 4.3 speed. Like, he's going to score a lot of touchdowns wearing red and white. So let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. A, B, C, D, or F. Give me your grade for the number 3 overall pick. Look, we'll talk more about this in a little bit. But in the context of the Arizona Cardinals, I'm giving this pick a C. It's a C for me. He is the best non-quarterback in the NFL draft, if you ask me. And at the end of the day, that's a good pick to take at 3 overall. But in the context of the Arizona Cardinals, I just don't know. Because this team has as many holes as you could count on a 53-man roster. Sure, he exploded last year at Notre Dame, but look, this guy, he's not going to solve all your issues in one day. He's going to sell jerseys. He's going to sell tickets, that's for sure. But this team has foundational issues that it's lacking right now. So I don't know if this is the pick that I would go number 3 overall, with a multitude of edge rushers and defensive talent that are foundational, that are leaders still there on the board. Love the player in Jeremiyah Love, but I'm not so sure that I would have went that route if I was Arizona. We'll talk more about what Arizona needs to do moving forward in just a second. But I got to tell you guys about our presenting sponsor on today's show. Is this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 app for sports picks. And look, with playoff basketball finally here, with the NFL draft here, there's no better time to get involved with our friends over at Prize Picks, where you just pick more or less on a few player stats and you win real money in real time watching your favorite sports. I've been a customer at at Prize Picks longer than they've even been a sponsor here at Chat Sports, so take it from me. If you're a hoops guy with the playoff basketball going on right now, you go with points, rebounds, assists, blocks, threes. If you're more of a baseball fan, hits, home runs, strikeouts, pick more or less on it all and cash out. One thing I love is the new social feeds feature, where you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. You can actually follow me on the app as well at Tyler J. Smith to see all of my lineups, including this one that is a football season long projection here, where I have Dak Prescott going more than his passing touchdowns total on the football season, and I got Joe Burrow more than his passing yards on the football season as well. I'm just taking a big swing on these two quarterbacks to have a bounce back year. You can take my picks or fade my picks. Just do it at Prize Picks. And new users, we got an offer for you. Download the app today and use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. The clickable link to download the app is in the comment section and description of today's video. All right. I'm telling you guys, the Cardinals had more needs to address in this spot. Did they get enough calls at the number 3 overall pick in order to feel comfortable trading this pick down? Like, I was reading that the New York Jets got a couple of calls to go out there and trade down from number 2. They stuck and picked David Bailey, but I kind of expected the Arizona Cardinals to go with an Arvell Reese here, or try to trade down and build an offensive line foundation, or not running back. I know the rumors were saying that throughout the pre-draft process, but running back is just not where I would have gone with this selection. There's no doubting that the guy you're getting in Jeremiyah Love is an unbelievable athlete. Like I said, 4.3 speed. But you can find a running back, I believe, more often. And look, maybe they just wasn't high up on the Arizona Cardinals board. But at the end of the day, you can find a running back more often, in my opinion, than you can find a franchise pass rusher. Maybe Carolina didn't have Arvell Reese as high up on the board as some people thought. Maybe they didn't have Ruben Bain that high up on the board. Maybe they didn't have Sonny Styles that high up on the board. They go with somebody to improve the offense here in Jeremiyah Love, who, I get it, joins Marvin Harrison, joins Michael Wilson, joins Trey McBride in this offense, but you don't have a quarterback yet. And I get it, putting this foundation together, it makes a lot of sense from just building out good players on the offense. But if you can't pull it all together and you still have so many holes on the defensive side of the ball, I just don't get the selection. Dane Brugler, though, as far as the player goes, again, I love Jeremiyah Love. I think he's going to do fantastic things in Arizona. Is it going to contribute to winning a Super Bowl, paying him the most guaranteed money of a running back ever out of the NFL draft, ever, period? I don't know. Here's Brugler from The Athletic in The Beast. Love is an explosive athlete with a remarkable blend of balance and burst to be dynamic as both a runner and in the passing game. He's one of the most talented players in the 2026 draft class and projects as a high upside NFL weapon. Like I said, he's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to create explosives for you, and that's a great thing. When you don't have a quarterback that you can feel super confident in winning you a ton of football games, then it makes sense to get another guy who can generate chunk plays. And when you look at the running back room, I get it. James Conner and Trey Benson isn't the best room in the league, but it just wasn't the biggest priority, if you ask me. I understand Connor's hurt a lot, Benson's hurt a lot, but when they're healthy, those guys are productive. And I understand Jeremiyah Love is going to be very productive for a long time. Is it going to win you the big one? Maybe you don't swing at number 3 to win a Super Bowl every single time, but it's a massive gamble, if you ask me, for Arizona. They picked Jeremiyah Love 3rd overall. They're on the clock again at 34, but they could end up moving back up into round 1. They have 65 in round 3, 104, like a couple of high priority selections in the early portions of these middle rounds, and a team like the Buffalo Bills could be interested. If you look up and try to move up for a Ty Simpson, which has been rumored. I mean, Ricky Scoops, if you guys follow him in the NFL Twitter sphere, he was saying that the Cardinals could go up and move up for Ty Simpson. What if they want to move up for an offensive lineman at 26? Because a lot of offensive line hungry teams are picking in the back end of round 1. It's a thought. It's a thought for Arizona that they have to ponder here over the next couple of hours as they pick Jeremiyah Love 3rd overall. Who do you want the Cardinals to draft next? Give me a name down in the comment section. Jeremiyah Love, 3rd overall pick to the Arizona Cardinals. Look, you guys got to let me know what you think of this, because it's not the pick that I would have made. That will do it for today's show, though. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The coverage does not stop here. More draft videos on the horizon. They're going to pick again at 34. They might pick again tonight. So make sure you subscribe and lock us in as your number one source for Cardinals content all offseason long. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Jeremiyah Love at 3.